Save the pig! What the heck? A pig with a party hat. Hello, Mr. Piggy. The secret piggy. Save the pig, the game. The whole game you're trying to save the pig's life. Help!
He distinctly said two things in the video, alright, that resonated with me overnight as I slept on it. And the first he said was, I wish he would watch my documentary so he could react to it, I could react to his reaction, and then he would come on the lolcow podcast, or the lolcast, or whatever the fuck it's even called. I don't know, because they had to change the name because they're so stupid. They made a show that they couldn't even use the name of, and now they had to change it. I don't give a fuck what it's actually called anymore. So literally, the reason he wants me to watch his documentary is for more content for himself. Do you understand? He admits it right there in the video. He says it. And then he says at the end of the video, well, you know, unless Phil decides to actually do this interview with me, I think I'm done milking him.
Splashed, and then it got on my hand. So my hand's like sticky, and it fucking splashed all over me. What the hell? It seriously, and splashed all over my face and my pants. What the fuck?
Milking him. I want you to, again, think about that. Alright? And then I started to read into what people were saying about Tom and or other things going on, and I started reading messages. And basically, here's the information that I got overnight. Are you aware that Turkey Tom is part of this lolcow culture and lolcow cast? I didn't know that. I don't watch it. I'm not paying attention to it. Oh yeah, he's called one of the lolcow farmers. Him and Mudahar and others, they're showing up to every show, and they're not highlighted like lolcows. They're highlighted like big shots, right? They come to the show in order to basically degrade the subjects of the show, which at this point I guess is Boogie and Wings and whoever this other person is who was my replacement, because I didn't do the show, even though you can't replace someone who never agreed to do the show. But whoever they are, I guess, right? They're basically, it's like a shooting gallery. Like, here's the people who are supposed to be the hosts, but in reality, they're just the targets of ridicule and toxic behavior. Again, they're just people shooting down at them. That's the show. That's apparently what this show is. And Turkey Tom is one of these people who essentially, oh yeah, you see, we're better than them, so it's time for us to shoot down at them and basically insult them and do this kind of fucked up stuff to them constantly. Alright? And for what I'm not and again, I'm not watching this show. I have nothing to do with it. I want nothing to do with it, but people contact me. People actually contacted me this week and said, Phil, you have no idea. You made the absolutely, positively, 100% correct decision to not work with Keemstar and be on that show. You predicted it completely correctly. This was not a show where it was going to be the host talking about topics intelligently, respectfully. It's literally the ridicule those people show. That's the whole point. And it's just gross. It's toxic. It's insulting. From what I'm to understand, they're being degraded to the point where I guess Boogie was forced to get on his hands and knees and apologize to Keemstar because he went on someone else's show and there was drama, and he's like, you should have done that on our show to make us money. Now apologize to me that you did this because you're so stupid. And he did it, apparently.
Oh my god.
Right? Now again, I didn't see any of this. This is people telling me this. And I'm like, you imagine? That's what people want to be involved in? You think this is valid content on YouTube and the internet? To literally just be a bullying group. I mean, it should really be called We Bully People Podcast. That's all it is. The bullying podcast. We just bully people all day like it's a fucking schoolyard of people beating down on people. That's what the show is. Right? So, thank God I'm not involved. Yeah, because I told you guys, I knew. I'm not stupid. I'm wise to this shit. When you tell me that the name of the show is the lolcow show or the lolcow podcast, there's no respect. There's no intention of actually helping people or doing something positive. That's a toxic show. That's the point. From the day it was incepted, I knew that was the point. You know? That's why I want nothing to do with it. I'm so... Here, and again, here's the difference. Boogie and Wings, they shop at Walmart, right? Anything to get ahead, anything to make a buck, anything to fucking get them to a position where they're doing something because they need that, right? I don't need that. I'm successful. I have a business.
I need to raise a lot of money this month. By the way, I really desperately need the money to help with my tax situation. So, hint, hint, save the house.
I'm good. People come and watch my content. They enjoy my content. They support my content. I do positive content all day. I don't do this lolcow shit. People try to pull me into their spinning vortex of drama shit. So, but I stay out of it. So why would I want to be involved in a show like that? I'd be a moron, right? And if anything, this is, right now, representative. If you're here every day on my show, and you're watching my content, and you're enjoying everything that I'm doing, is this not evidence that you don't have to be sucked into a toxic vortex of crap on YouTube to be successful? Is this not evidence that you can stand alone and stand apart from all that crap, and you can still be happy? Right? I'm not in a desperate situation.
So any tips you know, today are going to directly help me, like, afford my groceries and stuff tomorrow. So please tip me if you can today, okay, guys?
I can still do my content that I absolutely love making and still make a living. And I don't have to degrade myself down to that level of crap that I feel is very harmful. And it's okay if people disagree, because obviously there's a huge group of people out there that disagree and think that this is fine. Good for you. But apparently, this is more important than that, right? Taking this big paycheck to be on this toxic-ass show where it's a bunch of bullies and a shooting gallery is more important than actually doing something positive for the internet, positive for your audience. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god, he's drinking sperm?
You tell me that anyone in their right mind would think that that's okay. I'm sorry, but anyone who's involved in this lolcow culture shit, you gotta get yourself fucking reassessed at a fucking professional. I dare you to go to a medical professional, a psychiatrist. Tell them you sit on the internet and all you do is you bully people, or you laugh at other people bullying people, and you watch degrading content about people who you think are pathetic, and this is your actual source of enjoyment. So I watch a 20-minute video from Turkey Tom. It's my only content of his I've ever watched, and I find the guy's well-spoken, he's charismatic, he's intelligent, he can make a point well. I disagree with him on the point of the fact that he thinks that I've had 10 years of failure, and that's okay. We can have that subjective disagreement and agree to disagree. But the moment that he says, oh, you see, I just wish he would react to the documentary because that would give me more content. Then I could talk about it on the lolcast, or he can come on the podcast, and then we have even more content to make. And then I can milk him further, but for now I'm done milking him, all right? That's fucking disgusting. That's not even like a joke. That's not funny. That's fucking vile, all right? That's toxic. That's harmful. That's fucked up. That kind of, and the fact that you can just nonchalantly say something like that, oh yeah, I'm done milking someone today. I want you to know how disgusting that sounds. You're milking a human, okay? Not even for sus, you're milking them for milk, you're milking them for profits, for money. And every time you do that, you hurt them. But you don't care. There's no quality, no moral compass here. Who cares, right? You're dehumanizing the person. You're literally categorizing them as an animal, not a human. You've degraded them to the point that they're just cattle, all right? That's really fucked up. It is. It's completely messed up. I can't believe people think that's okay, right? When you're watching that lolcow show, and you're seeing people who are supposed to be, oh, we're better than them, and we're just gonna bully them. What makes you better than them? Exactly, what makes you better than them? Because you're toxic? Because you're okay with bullying people on the internet? You have no morals or values? That makes you better than them? Because you have an association with someone like Keemstar, who's pretty much the worst of the worst when it comes to that kind of behavior? I mean, what makes you think, Turkey Tom, what makes you think you're better than me? That you milk me for content, right? And the funny part about all that is, it could easily be reciprocated. Someone could do that to Tom, someone could do that to Mudahar, someone could do this. They have done it to Keemstar, actually, and Keemstar ain't happy about it. Remember the H3H3 beef that he had, and when he got roasted on his fucking balls? He hated that shit, man. He was so upset that someone would criticize him the same way that he's criticized everybody else on the internet, right? It could easily be flipped. But the thing is, you'll look for the easy targets, right? If you already find someone like a Boogie, or a Wings, or a DSP, and you find someone who's already the subject of ridicule, and you just keep ridiculing them, well, no one's gonna care when they flip that on you, right? Right now, if I sat here and I made an hour roast of Turkey Tom, no one would care, because I'm the lolcow, right? The thing is, I have no interest in that. I have no interest in researching the guy, finding out what failures he's had over the years. I don't care about what his interests are, what his mistakes are, and I don't care to make a toxic video about him to make money or profits. That's not me. So every moment that you're going to say 10 years of failure, darksydephil. No. I'm happy and successful being who I am, and I don't hurt anyone when I make my content. Do you understand?
Wow, Phil's a scammer. He's a piece of underhanded shit. He's been lying to his viewers and fans for so long. And basically saying that, you know, he was raising money for taxes, but all that money obviously went to pay for this wedding that he didn't tell us about, and he scammed us, and no one would have ever contributed if he had said it was for a wedding instead of something important like taxes, and this is fucked up, and he's really screwed the pooch. I mean, you're absolutely right. I did lie about the wedding. I'm an evil, dirty, heinous scammer who steals money from little children.
That's success. The failure is if the only way that you can be successful in life is to step on others, to bully others, to push them down under your heel of your boot, and you have absolutely no conscience to tell you that that's bad. If that's the situation you're in and that's your level of success, I want nothing to do with your level of success. And I wish you the best. You go ahead, you do what you want, you enjoy your bully show, and you beat up people for a living on the internet. But I'm going to issue a word of warning, all right? A very harsh word of warning. And I want you to understand this is not coming from me, because I'm well-adjusted, and I'm a good person, and I feel that ultimately I'm happy where I am, all right? I want all these people who feel like they're safe in their vortex of drama to be very careful, okay? I really feel like people need to start wising up, all right? And here's why I say this. Because we've already seen situations where people who've been bullied have gone crazy. We've seen this. It's documented, okay? And it's only a matter of time that if you think you feel safe doing this kind of content, this messed up, toxic, really harmful content, and you think that it's good, right? Oh, this is fine, because everyone makes out, it's money, it's Walmart, everyone accepts Walmart, okay? It's just a matter of time until someone snaps. And I'm actually worried that one of these days, and I'm not saying it's going to be Tom, I'm not saying it's going to be Keemstar, I'm not saying who it's going to be. Someone's going to make a documentary about someone. It's going to be the wrong person. And that person's going to fucking lose it, man. And that's going to be, you know, and whether it's self-harm or harm of others or whatever I'm saying, you know, that's dangerous shit. You're treading. You're fucking with people's minds. You're fucking with people's brains and emotions of people who probably already aren't well adjusted. Especially some of these stories that you've told and shit. You know what I'm saying? This is dangerous shit you're dealing with. And I think what it is people are in this culture where they just think everything's fine, everything's fair, everything's safe, everything's okay, because it's all accepted on YouTube. You're right? All right, listen. It's legal, right? It's legal. You can do it. But you gotta be careful.
All right, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I'm paranoid, anxious, and nervous. Maybe I'm paranoid by nature. I hope that Turkey Tom understands when I say all this, I'm actually trying to look out for his best interests. All right? I think this guy's charismatic. I think he's intelligent. I think he can make good content. I think what he should do right now is immediately quit that show. This very moment that he hears this, he should quit the fucking lolcow show and try to do something better for himself. He's smart, he's intelligent, he could make great content, but he has to get out of the toxic vortex now before you're stuck in it forever. Because guess what? You'll be the next lolcow. You'll be the next one who 10 years down the line, you're desperate for content. And what are you going to do to get it? Well, all you ever did was make fun of people. No one cares about you anymore. Now what are you supposed to do? Right? You're the next one on the list, man. So, no, I'm not doing no goddamn interview with him or anyone else involved with any of that toxic shit. And that's my final answer. Oh my God, he's drinking piss.
You see, Phil, well, didn't you just milk Turkey Tom? Right? Didn't you just milk it? You just did a whole podcast on the topic, so you milked him for content. I didn't milk him for content. If I didn't do this show, I had plenty of other things to talk about. We got a whole suggestion box of positive things from my viewers we've been waiting to respond to for weeks, and I barely get to it, right? I didn't have to do this. In fact, I kind of feel this was a wasted show. By the way, how many contributions exactly have come in during my show today? We had 1 membership and 4 troll dollar tips that'll likely be charged back, and not, you know, what are you talking about? People don't come to my content for toxic stuff and then contribute. They don't, because that's not what I'm about. When I waste time talking on shit like this actually hurts the business more than helps.
I really think that he watches too much WWE. Because it feels like, no, I'm not lying, dude. It feels like, it really feels like he tries to make his channel like that, where it's full of drama.
That's the definition of a drama queen, seriously. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. That I just can't help it. By eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.